What's going on, everyone? So as I'm sure you know, the cargo runs are now live for everyone to use, and I've been getting a lot of questions about things that I didn't actually properly cover in my other videos, so I'm just going to use this video to really just get into that and tell you guys everything. So the big question that I get asked is, how do I maximize the profit, and where do I put these different cargo run items? So I did touch on that lightly on the other video, but I'm just going to really go into it. So essentially what I think the best way to actually do this is very different depending on, of course, what part of the map you're in and if there's a storm. Then again, essentially if you see a storm, you don't want to go near that under any circumstance. So just as a rule, make sure you don't go near any storm while doing cargo runs, because that makes your life a lot harder than it needs to be. Right, so back into placement. Now, I've essentially just got clips of how I do everything on the brig, but I'm just going to sort of run through every ship and where you should put your different items on every ship. So essentially, if you're carrying plants, they need water, so it's always a good idea no matter what ship you're on to put it on the bottom of your ship, so it can easily get water onto it. Now, once water's on it, so if you've just splashed one bucket onto the bottom of the ship and the plants are down there, then you'll be fine. Those plants won't lose any value. They'll stay wet for the entire trip. Now, with rum bottles, essentially if you put them on the crow's nest, they will last a little bit longer than if you put them on the actual body of the ship. By that I mean, if you get shot with a cannon, there's a rum bottle on the crow's nest, that won't really do much to it, but if you get bit by a megalodon or something, that'll completely destroy it. So usually it's a good idea just to actually put the rum bottles on top of your crow's nest. Now, if you have a circumstance where you have gunpowder barrels that are actually up on the crow's nest, what I'd probably suggest doing is moving the gunpowder barrels to your sails. So finally moving on to the cloth. Now this one's a little bit difficult. No matter what ship you're on though, there's usually a shelf that's somewhere around the ship. I know for a fact that the sloop one is actually just by the actual map to the right hand side, and there's a few on the brig and there's a few on the galleon if I'm not mistaken. So what I definitely suggest is putting the cloth up on those little shelves, because that way it's below the deck so no water can get into it, and it's above the deck so no water from the plants can actually get onto the cloth. So that's essentially what I do, and it's how I maximize the profit that I get from these cargo runs. So anyway, if you enjoy Sea of Thieves videos and you just enjoy games in general, I'd highly suggest subscribing to my channel, because what I do is upload Sea of Thieves content and specifically new updates, and I just sort of review how to complete them in the first couple hours upon release. Usually I'm the first person on YouTube to actually get a video up on how to complete these events. And aside from that, even then I just play other games like Call of Duty and just pretty much anything. So if you feel like subscribing, it greatly help the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 now, and that's completely insane. I don't know how we've done this, but either way, I thank everyone for their support. At the top link in the description, I do have a Discord, so if you want to go there, feel free to check that out. There's a lot of people in there that enjoy Sea of Thieves content, and even then, there's more stuff regarding other games. Anyway, so I'll see you all in the next video.